Hey there, YouTube family. Stocks with Josh here. Hit that like for me. Say hi in the comment section. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Ethereum Merge that just passed, but specifically the level 2s that are building on Ethereum and what to expect with them in the coming days. Basically, the long-awaited merge really went off with no problems. The merge switched Ethereum from a proof of work to a proof of stake. They eliminated all the miners, and the goal was to reduce the energy consumption, which I believe is going to be a really big deal as we move closer to government regulation. I think the coins that have high energy costs are going to come into some headwinds with government regulation. But one of the drawbacks is that 64% of all the ETH is owned by just 5 exchanges, which is really making it a highly centralized crypto at this point. This has brought it under a new level of criticism, as ultimately Ethereum is now under the control of the government. The proof of stake means not decentralized. This may give ADA and Bitcoin an edge on ETH in the eyes of some people moving forward. The merge turned out to be a buy the rumor and sell the news event, as we've seen it drop 30% in value since. I advised you guys over a month ago when I did a video on how to play the merge that would very likely be the outcome. The merge is basically going to give everybody cheaper transactions in the next 2 years, and so it is a win. And ultimately, this successful event proves the value of the layer 2s in the next bull run just as much as it proves ETH's value. These level 2s, as we know it, largely the most popular one is Matic, but another one is called Arbitrum. I know you guys are all familiar with Matic, but you should also be aware of Arbitrum, which is also a scaling solution for ETH. One of its somewhat unique benefits is that it has some additional privacy features, which in light of the lost decentralization of ETH may give it a perceived advantage over Matic moving forward. Arbitrum allows ETH smart contracts and ETH transactions to be handled on a second layer while still benefiting from ETH's layer 1 security. That's how they work together. How does Arbitrum work uniquely? Well, the technology is known as optimistic rollup. It allows each contract to scale by passing messages between ETH's main chain and Arbitrum's second layer chain. More of the transaction is completed on the Arbitrum chain, but the results are recorded on ETH's chain. It's basically faster and more efficient. Arbitrum has an interesting security feature which allows them to confiscate the stake of validators that are submitting roll-up blocks. The roll-up blocks are basically optimized log of events. These lying validators risk their staked position if they submit incorrect data. All of this is really kind of a new layer of government. I want you guys to conceptualize and compare this to traditional laws and government. We're living in an age when democracy is being recreated on the blockchain, when rules can be enforced immediately, something that's going to affect every area of our lives. And it's being constructed by millennials and Gen Zers. So I basically tell you boomers, you better be nice because these guys are imagining all of our future lives. And on that note, who is running Arbitrum? The group's company name is actually called Off-Chain Labs, and the co-founders are Ed Felton, who's a professor, Stephen Goldfeder, who has a PhD, and a guy named Harry Kalodner, who has a PhD candidate at Princeton University. All these guys are super high educated, high-level blockchain experts, the kind of guys that venture capitalists love to give money to. I want to play this clip for you guys from another YouTuber called Bankless. Kind of did a deep dive interview with the Arbitrum team. I took a very small clip out of his video because I wanted you guys to conceptualize or visualize this little chart that they created of Ethereum and how it is possibly going to work together with other level 2s.
What is it like when just a bunch of new real estate gets unlocked out of Ethereum all at once, which we already are speculating that is going to be in really high demand? And so what happens when a bunch of DeFi teams really want to claim some real estate from themselves?
Oh, dude, this totally feels like new property, new real estate has just opened up. New land to explore has just opened up. That's what these layer 2s are.
And there's gold out there.
There's gold out there. That's one analogy. The other analogy, which I liked, which is also from the Market Monday piece, is think of this as a theme park. You know, think of, you ever been to Disneyland, Disney World? You go in and there's kind of the Main Street Disney opening Well, each of these layer 2s are almost like subparks within the wider theme park that is Ethereum, right? And they're all kind of coming soon. So some of them are open. Polygon's open, not quite a layer 2. It's a side chain. We'll get into that. But like on the theme, there's product market fit. People loving Polygon. A lot of traffic being driven there. Now, what does Arbitrum do? It's been under construction up to this point, and now we're at the point where it's going live in mainnet, which means developers have access to it, and they're getting the park ready for DeFi users. That's the theme here. Super exciting.
All right. One of the other tokens that's displayed in that image is a token called OP, which stands for Optimism Coin. This is also a layer 2 for ETH. Now, I'm not a huge fan of OP at the moment because they had a poorly realized airdrop, which was highly criticized, as well as the fact that those who have a bearish view of it criticize the fact that the price will likely inflate due to the size of the total market cap compared with its current circulating supply. So we're not going to spend much time talking about OP. But what I want you guys to focus on is, why are these guys saying there is new land that is just opening up on Ethereum? What they're referring to is blockchain utility and what can be created to complement ETH's new capabilities. They're talking about a sort of virtual programmer's gap in ETH, what ETH does compared to what it can't do or what it's not meant to do. Arbitrum, Matic, and OP can build essentially virtual condos and skyscrapers of specific use or utility on the virtual programming land that is the ETH blockchain. All of these companies can succeed as each one focuses on basically a different niche. Imagine them like real estate developers. One might make apartments while the other one is focusing on single-family homes. They can be doing two totally different things and surviving because they're filling a need that is ETH's blockchain network. ETH, in my opinion, is an absolute buy right now. If you're waiting for it to go back beneath $1,000, good luck. It may or it may not. And I know a lot of you guys in the comment section will tell me that you're not going to buy it till it gets to 1,000. I'm going to say to you guys, you might be getting greedy. If it gets there, great. I'm going to double up. Matic is definitely a buy at 75 cents, but there's also a much higher level of support at 50 cents. If it got to 50 cents, I would be doubling down. As I said before, I'm not buying OP right now. I don't have anything particularly against it, but it seems the least appealing. But that leaves us with Arbitrum. Where can we buy Arbitrum? Well, it doesn't exist as a token yet, but it is coming. Now, I think they're going to be huge, and I'm going to be working on getting some of it in a pre-ICO if I can. But if you want to play Arbitrum, you could consider buying two of the tokens that are currently running on the Arbitrum network. The first one is called GMX. That's native to Arbitrum, and I want to point out that it's generating $400,000 in daily fees, making it one of crypto's highest revenue earners, behind Ethereum, Binance, Uniswap, or Synthetic. GMX is a utility and governance token, while their secondary token is called GLP. That's for their liquidity provision. Now, this was trading, the GMX was trading at $12 in June, but because of a successful chain upgrade called Nitro, in recent days, it's totally jumped up to $50. I would consider buying some if I saw it drop below $20. GLP, as I said, is its liquidity token. It's currently trading at 91 cents. The minute that you buy it, it's automatically staked and begins to accrue 70% of the fees generated from the trading protocol. The other big coin on Arbitrum network is called Dopex, DOPX. It is a decentralized options exchange. It's currently trading around $419. It had a low back in June of $113, but it's down from its all-time high of $4,222. So even at $419, it's down 89% from those highs. I would consider buying this if it dropped below $200. Owning these two tokens will likely lead to being eligible for airdrops of Arbitrum in the coming days. That's my basic strategy. Guys, if you're only into crypto, you need to be trading stocks and options as well. to understand the bigger picture of investing. If you need an exchange, there is a link provided in the description of this video for MooMoo. They're currently offering 15 free stock to open and fund a new account. Now, that's an exclusive limited time offer. You'll get just one stock for opening the account, but when you deposit $100 and it clears, you can then go to the Me tab on the bottom right and then the Promotions tab where you guys will spin for the additional stock, and each of those stock could be worth up to $2,000 each. All right, in conclusion, let's keep our eye on the level 2s ahead. The space is heating up. The concepts behind level 2s is instead of being your own level 1, if you can't beat them, then join them. I think Matic and Arbitrum are working to give the competing ETH level 1s a run for their money. If you want to know how to get Arbitrum when it drops, then hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell, and let's get positioned to make life-changing money in this crypto winter for the next bull run. That's it, family. Hope this weekend is restful for you guys. As always, peace and blessings, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.